Video Hello, digital photo students. Today we're going to use Photopea.com. It is an online photo editor to edit our light painting portraits. You will select 2 of your most favorite shots that you took. So you'll need to go to Photopea.com. You can use this on your Chromebook. Now the processing speed is a bit slower, so you will need to be very patient with Photopea. However, it's very easy to access our files. So all you have to do is go to File, Open, click on Google Drive, click on Share Drives, click on Delmar Digital Photo Video Production 2019-20 Share Drive. Go to the class that you are in, so either period 7 or period 6. Go to Light Painting Portraits and go to Textured Fabric Portraits. That's the one that I'm going to demonstrate first. And then select the group that you're in. And then scroll down until you find your images. Pick your favorite image. You're going to want to open up the JPEG. So make sure you click on the JPEG image and click Open. Now you can see that it's loading. And when it's loading, it's using the processing graphics on your Chromebook, and it's a little slower, okay? So let's say you did a whole bunch of editing. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little sample edit here real quick. I'm going to do hue saturation, and going to change the color on this real fast. Okay. All right. So let's say you just did a whole bunch of editing and you accidentally close the image. Okay. This message is going to pop up. It says, there is unsaved work on image 6518. Do you really want to close it? If you say okay, it'll close it and it won't save your changes, okay? If you say cancel, then you're okay and you can continue to work. If you click out of the photo editor, it'll says leave site. Changes you made may not be saved. If you click on leave, it won't save your changes, okay? If you click on cancel, then you can continue to work. Highly important that you make note of this, because I would hate to have you do all your edits and then accidentally close out and not save your work, okay? So make sure you do a file, save as PSD. Now, the processing, it takes a little bit of time. It is saving, okay? Believe it or not, here it is. It's saving right down here. Okay, and where does this save? It's automatically save to your download manager file, okay? So if I go to File and I go to Open and I click on Downloads right here, it's saved right here in your downloads, okay? So it's not going to save automatically to your Google Drive, okay? It's going to save to the actual hard drive of your Chromebook. So I just want to point that out. Okay, so image 1 that we're going to edit here is our texture portraits that we did. And after you open it, you're going to come over here to your background. and you're going to duplicate the layer. And it may take a little time, so let the computer think, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation. And I'm just going to move this over a little bit so I can see my image. And I'm going to make it so it's teal, kind of a teal color on the bottom. Kind of a teal blue color on the bottom. Okay. And also, I'm going to then add a layer mask. And I'm going to remove, I go into my brush tool here, and I'm going to select a nice soft brush. I recommend you use brush number 24 here. And I'm going to make a very large brush. So using the bracket key on your keyboard, just make your brush large, and like I said, it's a little slow. But also I'm noticing over here that this needs to be black on top. So I'm going to make that black on top. Okay. And white on bottom. Okay. Alrighty. Because in order to remove this, I have to have my my foreground, background colors all set properly. And then I'm just going to click in here. And I'm going to put my opacity down a little bit to about maybe 60% or 70%. So as I do this, it kind of gradually blends. So it kind of goes from like red to this teal color. I want this to be kind of more red on top, and as I get down to the left bottom corner, it's going to have more of a teal color. Alrighty. And then I'm going to add an adjustment layer to make this a little brighter. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to brightness and contrast. And I'm going to make this a little brighter with a little more contrast. I really want to see, my face on my body fairly well. And then if I click over here on properties, it'll close that. But I feel like my fiber optic's a little too bright, so I'm going to click in the layer mask here. Make my brush a little smaller. And I'm going to remove some of the brightness and contrast from the fiber optic, because I want to see the details in those fiber optic. I want to see darks and lights in there. Okay. And if I want, I can also add a vignette, but I don't want it to be red. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go to color fill and I'm going to make it black. Click on my layer mask. I'm going to close the properties here. Click on my layer mask and I'm going to make, using the bracket key, I'm going to make a very large brush here. And I'm going to set my opacity again, keeping it at 70%. I'm going to, so this opacity should be about 70%. I'm just going to click in here. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of black along the edges. And we can start to see it developing on the layer mask. We see like kind of a circular shape on our layer mask here. Okay. So now I'm ready to save this. I'm going to come up here to File, Save as a PSD file. And I did click on that, but like I said, the processing speed is a little slower, so you do need to let this think for a few seconds. It's going to save as a PSD. Okay, so it shows it down here in the Download Manager. That is where this is saving, okay? So what you need to do now is go to your edited light. Okay, so what you need to do now is go into your drive, your Google Drive. You're going to come over here. You're going to go into your Google Drive. You're going to go to your shared drives. Okay, you're going to click on Delmar Digital Photo. And you're going to come over here to your class period. And you're going to go into your edited light painting portraits. You're going to come here to plus, file, upload. And you're going to come over here to your downloads. Okay, and there is your image that you just worked on. Click on that and you're going to click on open. And it's going to save right down in here, okay? So it's going to probably take about 3 or 4 minutes for it to save. So it's saved, and now you need to go in and rename this file, okay? So you're going to come over here to rename, and you're going to put in Light Painting Portrait 1, your first initial and your last name. And you're going to click OK. And you're going to make sure that you have your name there. That's how I know it's your project.